Today we're looking at these pedals by SimRuiTo. Yes, I know, it sounds like an exotic Pokemon, but it's not. It's this fabulous set of pedals over here in black. And yeah, woohoo, they are nice. Let's have a closer look. How much will you be paying for these? Well, listen here. These are budget pedals. You know, I reviewed the Simpson pedals. I'm busy reviewing SimJack pedals. I've had a set of SimJacks in the past as well. And let me tell you something. These here are even more budget than those pedals. But don't get me wrong, there's no slouching here whatsoever. This two pedal set here, the brake and the throttle, will set you back $115. I mean, seriously, you can barely buy a pair of shoes for that. Then if you want to buy this entire ensemble over here, you want to add the clutch and you also want to add the pedal plate, you're looking at $160. Now, I do think this is the new king, honestly, the new king of budget pedals. I challenge you. Argue with me in the comments. Where are you going to find a better set of pedals at this price point or cheaper? I just don't think you'll find it. But I'm going to show you why I think so here in a minute. Anyway, now, before we carry on, I do have a 5% discount code, SimCircuit, if you buy these directly from SimRuiTo themselves on their website, and they actually got a very nice website. However, you can buy these off AliExpress, and I will link them down below. Go check out both. I've seen when I tried to add these to my cart and ship them here to the United of Kingdoms, it was about $45, you know, for shipping, which is quite a lot considering, you know, these here are $115 by themselves. And then you will probably be charged import duties when these get into your country. I don't believe any of those prices include tax. So it might be more handy for yourself to buy these off AliExpress, and you know your taxes are paid and your shipping is paid, and yeah, basically the price you see is the price you get. But anyway, I'll leave you to that. Just check where you get the best price for yourself. I say it all the time. What I think is woohoo, shananana, wah 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 wee wah. Looks absolutely wunderbar. You know, you might not like. Looks are obviously subjective. Now, SimRuiTo, I think I'm saying that right, do these in silver and they do them in black. I absolutely love black. On my rig, it looks fantastic. I love how even the washers here in between, they've powder coated black. The smaller details on the pedals, everything is this matte black, and I honestly, I think more Sim manufacturers need to start making things in matte black. It is absolutely fantastic. There's no finger marks after you rub on them, or, you know, using your stinky feet on the pedal faces. You don't see any toe marks or, you know, what have you. I honestly, these present fantastic. Now, I have seen other pedals like the Simpson ones I used before, that the faceplates are made out of these, but the entire pedal set is made out of this matte black, you know, and I really, really like it. I think it just looks absolutely fantastic. They do the silver version, not my cup of tea, but it might be yours. I see actually the silver version, the actual heel plate looks a bit nicer to me. It's got this little lip up here, you know, for your heel, which is actually more like a heel rest rather than just this flat surface. But yeah, I don't know why that is, but the silver ones, they come with, seems like a different heel plate, and I do actually like the look of that heel plate more. But as for the pedals, I think these here absolutely fantastic. I mean, even look here, even the elastomers, you know, the red ones that I had in here, and these translucent, you know, see-through ones, they honestly, whole pedal set I think presents very, very well. Fantastic SimRuiTo. I briefly want to discuss build quality. Now, it doesn't matter if you paid $50 for a set of pedals. If they only last you a couple of months, well, they're not very good, are they? I am happy to say that these pedals are put together very, very well. Especially at this price point, I'm actually seriously surprised. Look here, there's no movement in this pedal whatsoever. No lateral movement, there's no jiggles anywhere. Even when you're pushing down, look here, I'm pushing down, there's nothing here that's moving until I actually want to make an input. So that is fantastic. Everything is put together nicely. You can see all the ball joints on here is moving easily and freely. So that will also help in the smoothness of operation of these pedals. The only thing I can say while I was using these pedals, and that's not a build quality concern, it's just they are a little bit noisy in operation. I'll let you hear in a second, but each one of these pedals kind of make a unique sound, and they are noisy. So it is something to consider if you are perhaps racing in a room where your sim rig is in the close vicinity of other people. It did not bother myself in the slightest. I race with headphones. I never even heard them. It's only when I'm testing them without the headphones and I'm pushing down on them, I realize, well, these are a little bit noisy pedals. Other than that, I just want to say this matte black powder coating they've got on here is actually very, very durable. And I have to say, compared to some of my other pedals, I'll show you here in my... let me actually show you. Hold on a second. Okay, here is the Simpson pedals that I've reviewed in the past. Also a very, very nice set of pedals. But you can see here, if I point out, see there, where I've made an adjustment to this. You can see some of the paint has chipped off over here. It's not a big deal, but you know, it's something that doesn't happen on these. I've made adjustments here on all these pedals, and yeah, it seems to be a very durable material. Even the pedal faces, they look brand new. Even after using these for like 3 weeks solid, they look surprisingly well. I just dust them off with my duster, and yeah, they actually look brand new. So I have to say, very, very nice SimRuiTo. Overall build quality, wonderful. Mounting these pedals to your rig is actually very, very easy. If you opted, like myself here, for the pedal tray, you would attach all three of these pedals first to your pedal tray, and then you will attach the pedal tray to your sim rig. Now, on this pedal tray over here, one thing I would have liked was just to see here, one of these holes here just being a longer elongated hole, because these here are not quite 40 or 40 by 80 mil. So basically, you know, I had to make a bit of adjustments on my sim rig to, you know, make sure that these holes line up nicely, which would have been a lot easier if this was, let's say, just one nice, like this here, a nice elongated bit just over here, and then I could stick a screw in there and a screw in there, and it would have been absolutely perfect. And then of course, just like all the other pedal trays that I've reviewed on AliExpress, all the screws here at the bottom do you know, stick out like the ones you see over here. And once you've got all your pedals mounted, you've got 12 screws sticking out here at the bottom. And yeah, it does make this not a flat surface underneath, so it's a little bit of a hassle then to mount it. I would say just suggest line it up so that these screws actually go into your, you know, the slots of your aluminium profile, if you are lucky enough to be able to angle it in that position. If you were just to buy a 2 set of pedals or 3 set of pedals without the tray, you can see here you've got these very nice elongated holes, and it is super easy to then just mount these exactly where you want. You can move them forward, backwards, you know, as far apart and as wide apart as you want, so that is fantastic. You get this little box here, and it's very, very easy to connect your pedals. You get 3 wires, and you just make sure you stick them in the right holes. I mean, it couldn't be any easier. Clutch, brake, and throttle. And then you get your cable that's also provided for you just to connect it to your PC. These of course only work with PC, they're not console compatible. And yeah, from there you load the software. Now I'm not going to have a whole section with the software, but as you can see here from what I'm showing you on the screen now, you can, you know, play around with curves. Calibrating your pedals is very easy. Just hit calibrate, push down on the pedals, and you know, you're pretty much done. It's very self-explanatory. The software is not overly complicated. That's a good thing, especially, you know, this price range, entry-level pedals, you don't want to overcomplicate anything. So yeah, and it's fantastic that they actually provide you with their own software. A lot of these pedals that you used to buy on AliExpress, you would have to download FreeJoy, and yeah, it's just used to be a lot more of a headache. It's now they simplified that, and that is good to see. So very good, SimRuiTo, for having your own software. Onto adjustments. Now listen, that's fantastic thing about this pedal. Look at all the adjustments you can make. You get 5 springs. This is the original spring that you've got in your brake pedal, and then you get 4 additional ones. You've got this yellow one, which is the lightest of these ones, which I thought is the one I preferred anyway. I didn't even test this big chunky one here, because I realized as soon as I got to the red, I was like, this is too heavy for me, so I didn't even try this one. But yeah, the fact that you've got these options is very nice. Then you get these here that are 75, 75. I didn't even open this pack because that's 50. I knew these would not be these would just be too soft for me. And then of course you got these red ones that they come with as well, and I'm guessing these are about must be in between these, so I would say these are probably around the 60. But all of these, I mean, if you look at the adjustments you can make on the brake, you can really make the brake feel just the way you want. I did struggle a little bit to get this clip off, and even with my preload completely slackened, putting it back was even a little bit of an hassle. You can see me struggling over here. But there must be some trick to this. Pedal can't go more back. So yeah, even putting the elastomer back is even harder. You really have to use a bit of muscle, or maybe get like a tool that gives you a bit of leverage. But you're only going to do this once and then it's done. Hey! And we're away. Jesus, took a while. On every one of the pedals, you get this arm that you can move up and down, of course. Same on the brake, and you can see here, for example, on my accelerator, I actually moved it to the bottom. When you move anything to the bottom, it makes the resistance less. So I actually wanted a lighter pedal for my throttle, and then I just, instead of this being mounted at the top, this arm, I move it down, and it just makes the pedal a little bit easier in operation. That's the same if you want to do this with the brake here. I would say that on the brake, those changes would be very minute. You'd almost not feel it. Best make your adjustments with a preload and, your springs and your elastomers rather. But it is there for you to move up and down. However, like I said, you don't feel as big as a difference as what you would in the clutch or in the throttle. Other than that, all 3 of them come with this nice bar over here, so you can limit the travel of your pedal. And I'll show you here the difference between the pedal travel, from all the way in the long, all the way to the short, and it's very easy just to move this bar up and down. Here you can see the longest travel the pedal offers, and in the next clip you'll see it's a very nice short travel. Of course, you can do everything in between to make the pedals suit you, and this adjustment is available on all 3 pedals. Fantastic. This bar does have a rubber sleeve, which makes this very nice. Oh, I'm not going to push that one down, am I? But it makes it very nice for you to push down on. And listen, it is not very noisy it's not metal on metal, which is fantastic. I do really like that. You can also adjust the height of a pedal faces if you so choose. I think out of the box, most people would be quite happy with them. However, if you do have larger feet, as you can see, it's very easy just to undo the bolts. The bolts in the back is quite tiny, but yeah, with most of your spanners will get in there, and you can see it makes about a ½ an inch of a difference. The last adjustment you can make to all 3 of the pedals is you can adjust the angle of the pedal itself independently from the actual travel, and there's 5 different settings that you can see over here. Here I'm doing my usual brake test, where I'm pushing the brake down hard and then releasing it as slow as I can in a controlled manner. You can see the trace is very smooth. The elastomers is doing their job fantastic. There's no big jumps or drops in brake pressure, so it's fantastic, even being able to keep it at 1 for a while. These pedals are super accurate, and the load cell works perfect. Here you can see I'm at Summit Point doing a little bit of Mazda racing, and I spun out the last lap, so I'm driving a little bit angry over here. but yeah, it makes for good driving when it works out. Here you can see the pedals in action. I know this is not everybody's cup of tea to watch the racing, however it is only one lap, so sit back, enjoy, and you can see yourself from the pedal traces that these pedals do a fantastic job. Now, I did not use my clutch pedal often. I used it very briefly in Dirt Rally, and yeah, it works as a clutch should. It does feel a little bit just like the throttle. I personally would have wanted it to feel more of a bite point, but other than that, it does the job absolutely perfectly. You will notice by looking at the green line, which is my throttle input, sometimes I'm hovering at 99 instead of 100. This was me not adjusting my dead zones properly in the software. Something for you to look at, so that obviously you are running at 100% when your foot is down on the throttle. I did push, you can see here, I noticed it, and I'm basically pushing harder than what I normally would down on the throttle, just to make sure that I'm hitting 100. Also check your bottom dead zones. When you're resting your foot on the brake or the throttle, that it's not reading anything. You just want to get that perfect angle where you can rest your pedals on the feet without having any inputs, and when you're pushing down on them nicely, that you are reaching the inputs that you want. And as you can see, these pedals perform very well. My final thoughts. What do I think about these SimRuiTo pedals? Listen here, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. These here are absolutely phenomenal. If you take the price versus performance, I mean, these are just completely off the charts. You're getting a 200 kilogram load cell brake pedal. You're getting 3 sets of elastomers. You're getting these chunky springs. You know, so you can make this brake pedal feel just the way you want it to feel. I've been trying to think, what could SimRuiTo actually improve on these pedals without them spending and throwing a lot more money into the pedals? And honestly, I'm drawing a blank. So if you can see something, if you notice something on these pedals that you think they could do better for $115, be my guest. Please leave a comment below. I really do think these are phenomenal for the price. I think it's going to make a lot of you watching at home very happy. They are very well made, and I mean, just look at them. They look absolutely phenomenal as well, so that's just a big bonus. I can't really fault these. I can truly highly recommend them to you if this is if you are looking for a nice budget set of pedals. I'm definitely not saying these are the best pedals that's available on the market, no, but I do believe that these are the best pedals that you can buy at that price point. I really do. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you in a future video, guy, and hope your next race is a winner. Hallelujah.